The top 3 most underrated cars. Here are the cars that I think not enough people are buying or looking at. Which one should we start with? We'll start with A, of course. The Alfa Romeo Giulia, I think, is an amazing car. Now, yes, when they came out, there were certain issues that are well documented in terms of build quality, reliability, and all the rest of it. But if you look at it now, you can pick up a 4-year-old diesel version for less than 15k. You can pick up a 4-year-old petrol version for less than 20k. I mean, at that level, the kind of car that you get, in the quality, the style, the equipment, the design, the engineering, I mean, it's just brilliant. So in that sense, it's worth looking A, in the way that it's a good car, but B, when you're worried about the issues or the so-called, let's say, allegedly documented issues that other people have documented. The point is that at 4 years old, they've gone through that first cycle of issues, right? So what happens is that the initial problems on the car will have been sorted out under warranty by that time. Of course, that's not to say that there won't be any new problems, but all the major stuff should have been taken care of. Plus, when you buy a used, just make sure you just buy another warranty. That's where the peace of mind comes from. And as for the rest of your mental well-being, just take this thing for a drive, because honestly, the handling and the dynamism of this car is right up there, on par, if not better, than the BMW 3 Series. You won't be disappointed. Check them out. Next up is an electric car. Yes, an electric car. An electric car that I think is not being as talked about as much as it should be. Yes, it's a new car. It's out there. It's been reviewed. It's been covered by a lot of people, and I've done a review of it as well, and I'll put the link below in the description. But I think this car is A, not only extremely well accomplished, but B, incredibly good fun to drive. I reviewed this recently and I drove it on some really good roads. It is the BMW i4 M50. Now, this car is essentially set up like a 3-stroke 4 Series car, which is to say that it's very much geared towards driver enjoyment, driver entertainment, and it excels at that. But this car is fully electric. What they've done is they've maintained that sort of dynamic ability, so you feel the road holding, you feel the handling, you feel the engagement with the car. But what they've done is they've added this artificial noise, which sort of further enhances the whole experience of driving this car. In addition to that, of course, it is practical, it's well built, it's comfortable, it's luxurious, and it's got pretty decent range, and the performance is fantastic on the car. So that one is well worth checking out. Not a cheap car by any means. It's electric car, so it's expensive, but it's a car that I feel is not being talked about enough in terms of just how good it is. The third car on this list is the Toyota 86, GT86, FT86, FRS, whatever, and in its current latest newest form, the GR86. Now, I haven't driven the latest version, but I have driven the previous car, the original 86 in its modern incarnation, several times, and every time I've driven it, I've just been blown away by just how engaging, intuitive, enjoyable, tactile, and fun it really is. It is an incredible car. Now, normally this segment, or this mantle, if you like, for a small, fun, affordable sports car appears to be taken up, particularly in the UK market, by something like the Mazda MX-5, Miata, Yunus Roadster, whatever you want to call it. And there's no denying that car is brilliant. And right now, earlier, older models of those cars are absolute bargains. It's almost rude not to buy one. That's how affordable and cheap they are. But they are very common in comparison to an 86, and the 86 is not available as a convertible. So if you don't want a convertible, you look at this version. They only come as coupe, although I think it would be a knockout if they did do a convertible version. Toyota, are you listening? But check these cars out. I think they're fantastic, incredible to drive, and I wouldn't say they're the most affordable cars because there's less in the market, so they're holding their values reasonably well. And the newest, the latest versions you can't even get, because the first batch to come to the UK, for example, was in limited quantities, and I think that was sold out within minutes. So it's not easy to get hold of, but if you get hold of one, it's well worth the effort because they're just brilliant. So let me know which cars you think are currently available, which are underrated in the market. Not enough people talk about them, and they deserve to be trumpeted a lot more. In fact, maybe if you let me know, I might just do that.
A big shout out and thanks to Jay Williams over at Air Technic, who are top tier sponsors of Brown Car Guy. Check them out at Air Technic Co. UK for exhausts, brakes, suspension and body kits. Plus our other major sponsor, Nayagen Solutions. Much appreciation also to Tier 4 sponsors, Muhammad Ali Humaid, Tom Conway Gordon and Reza Adil. And of course all these other guys who supporting on Patreon. Brown Car Guy is eternally grateful. Hey, think about joining them over at patreon.com Brown Car Guy. If you can't, don't worry. Just make sure you're subscribing to the YouTube channel and website. Plus follow on social media by searching for Brown Car Guy.